Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we are back once again in Cardolan. After doing some cleanup, we are ready to continue with the quest lines we were pursuing at Andrath. So that's what we're gonna do. We are gonna take the Civil Master really quick. As promised, I did take the time to complete some tasks, level up my crafting. So you will see here I'm already at Master Journeyman, which is really nice. And yeah, I got some extra XP, not as much as I would have liked, but every little bit helps, as we have discussed before. Believe it or not, I had forgotten about all the XP boosts I got from previous X-Packs, and I am considering if I should start using them to finish these last few quests in Andrath and seeing if that is enough for me to get to level 32. I don't know if I should do that, to be honest with you. I want to see how far can you go with this, but all things considered, I think I can count myself lucky if I get to level 30, and that would leave me 2 levels without any sort of, well, 2 levels of grinding. But if I were to equip this, I get 25 plus 25 plus 25, 75 extra XP on quest completions. Might be worth doing it. So here's something that we can do. I will actually need to write this down, so give me just a moment, because we are, as of this moment, we have 24,343 experience points. We are missing about 14,000, to get to level 29. And from that point onwards, well, we'll need some more XP. So what we can do is, I can equip these items, and then I can see how much XP do I get from now until we finish everything in Andrath. Hopefully that will be enough to take us to level 32. But at that point, we can do the math and see how much XP we got from these bonuses and how far we would have gotten without them. It's a little bit of math, but well, I'm not the biggest math person there is, but I think I'm good enough to be able to pull this off. So yeah, I don't want to risk it right now, basically. That's what I'm gonna do. Shame about this earring that I just got on the last episode for the quests in Cardolan, because after getting that earring, that made all my equipment purple. So it is possible to get all your equipment purple, but you cannot miss a single quest in here. But enough of that. As I said, we're gonna do the math when we reach the end of the playthrough, but for now we do need the extra boost. I hope you don't mind.
How can I be of service?
I thank you. You have helped to save the lives of my companions and lengthen the lives of the stones as well. Wow, we also have this VIP bonus. My math is gonna be a little bit off because I'm not accounting for that, but we'll get a rough idea. Anyway.
What do you need?
Your return. Tell me, were you able to vanquish them? You informed her that you did. Oh, thank you, thank you. Perhaps I will sleep at last.
You returned victorious. Most excellent.
I know these roads are no longer traveled as they once were, but perhaps we have saved some lives today. And I am grateful we won't have to worry about having them at our backs. That is about the brigands, yeah. Oh, thank you, level 29.
I must admit I did not expect to return. So quickly, that is.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you meant. Truly, our progress is blessed to have had someone like you come along. What's to the right, what's to the left? Yeah, that was basically it. Oh, we need to complete this. Ah no, we have out-leveled Melynis. Next quest, what a shame.
Fascinating scroll you and Rhiangar brought me.
This Luilloth was an incredible person, a princess who fought for her people and who seems to have been much loved. Her tale reads like a spook story one might tell around a fire late at night, though. Gave me the shivers straight through and I was standing in the sun. In any case, I read out what the scroll says and gave it to Rhiangar. She is waiting to talk to you. Oh, and Beriathan, if you do decide to follow in Luilloth's footsteps, be careful.
We have found something incredible.
The scroll tells of Luilloth's final days. Such a tragic story too. My heart is nearly broken reading of her adventures and doom. You can read what Melynis deciphered, but here is the long and short of it. Luilloth and her family were fighting against rising spirits too, just as I had expected. Sadly, she lost her son and her husband to the horrors that rose up across Cardolan. She went to the forest nearby to seek guidance from an old woman who lived among its trees. I do not know what guidance she got, because Luilloth vanished soon afterwards. However, her people revered her as a hero, because whatever happened to her, the spirits went back to their graves and traveled Cardolan no more. Go on ahead and read the deciphered scroll for yourself if you like, then we shall speak of what I think must be done next. This is gonna complete a deed as well. The scroll is a testament of Princess Regent Luilloth of Dol Ernil and praises her character and deeds. In those days, a fog rolled over the land from whence emerged a plague of the dead who slew all before them. Most fearsome of this was a wraith-like figure known as Rhiangar, the Grey Fear, who terrorized Dol Ernil. Luilloth brought her young son Ostir to Fornost for his protection, while her husband, Prince Ostir, hunted down the source of the evil. Prince Ostir strode into the fog a mighty warrior in his prime, only to later stumble out looking as though he had aged decades. With gasping words, he revealed that the evil had been banished and that the land was safe once more. Aggrieved but proud, Luilloth returned and served as Princess Regent until Ostir came of age. The people loved her, for she was good and kind, and ruled wisely. But Ostir's words were soon proven wrong. The great evil was not gone, for it returned in Cardolan's darkest hour. Called away to the defense of Amon Sul, Prince Ostir rode north with much of his household. In his absence, the Great Fear attacked once more, and Ostir returned to find Dol Ernil merely a ruined shell, its people scattered or slaughtered, and Luilloth nowhere to be found. Once more, the dead rose and ravaged Cardolan, while Ostir and his few remaining knights fell back, retreating north. It is not known where Luilloth had been, but tales say that when Ostir and his army did not return, she set out to aid them. She found only her son's loyal canine howling among the downs, and Luilloth knew then that Ostir was dead, for Astoryn would never leave his master's side. Luilloth vowed to put an end to the torments and ravages visited upon the land and her family. She and Astoryn went north to seek guidance, following whispers of some great power that dwelt beneath the sinister boughs of the forest. She was never seen again, but the ravening dead quieted soon after and vanished back into the mists. The fate of Princess Luilloth is unknown, but those she left behind built a statue in honor of her sacrifice. So, going back to this really quick, you will remember Ostir was the grandson of Lord Amondir, who became the Grey Fear, and the first time Lord Amondir attacked, the first time the Grey Fear attacked, he went after Amondir's 3 sons, one of them being Ostir, Ostir's father. So this scroll helps us to understand, to get the full picture of what happened exactly. So at a young age, Ostir was sent to Fornost, Luilloth ruled in his stead, then Ostir came back when he was of age, but he was called to defend Amon Sul. That's the time when the dead rose again. Ostir returned to Dol Ernil. That's when he found out the true identity of the Grey Fear. He tried to escape, and he was ambushed by the Angmarim in the Downs. That's when he died. And now we know that Luilloth went looking for him and could only find his dog. And then Luilloth and the dog went to the Old Forest looking for some ancient power, and they disappeared as well. So this quest in particular is very special because out of all the side stories in Cardolan, this is one that in my opinion you shouldn't miss because it ties directly into the epic and it helps clear up many other things that were not specified in the epic. So this is something that you really should be doing. Really excited to finally be here, and let's get to the end of it.
My heart breaks for Luilloth, losing so many, as well as having her kingdom ravaged.
Yeah, you and me both.
Was a hero, just as I always suspected.
So we have completed the deed Ravaging of Cardolan. We have a new title. Confidence is now level 6. Maybe we can start trying to get some XP for other virtues. Scroll of Luilloth. Yeah, exactly what we just read. And we have the, well, 5 LOTRO points, the title. You have learned much of the history of Cardolan. That we have. 5 LOTRO points. Let me take a look really quick. In here we can go with loyalty, I think. Hopefully we can get a couple ranks of this. Luilloth was a hero, just as I always suspected. It sounds like she found some method of dispelling the dead that were plaguing Cardolan in her day, but there is no mention of what that method might have been. The section about the forest is intriguing. I grew up hearing rumors of a hag of the Old Forest who has haunted its wood for hundreds of years. We need to talk to this hag. Perhaps she was the one Luilloth met with beneath the trees. Obviously, I cannot accompany you, but I implore you to search for the hag of the woods. She could hold the key to us understanding how to banish the rising dead. There is another quest, but that is just missions. So now is the time for us to cross into the Old Forest, and that will also give us the chance of completing these gloom whips, getting these gloom whips as well. Oh my god, before I forget, you see, I forget a lot of different things. Gonna get some of these task items, as long as they are for Cardolan. Right now I don't want any items for other areas. But before I forget, we're gonna grab the milestone. We no longer need Sherlock Farm. It was really useful. It proved useful even on the last episode as well. So I'm glad I had forgotten to change my milestone. But now that we have moved past all that, having this milestone back at Andrath, I think is gonna be way more helpful. There are a couple different ways for us to get into the Old Forest. But the one I want to try is looking for one of the crossings of this river, of the Brandywine. So there are a couple ways you can get there. The one I usually take is through here. We cut through Gorthart once again, looking for a slope that will take us to the river. Then we cross the river and we are at the Old Forest. We are gonna spend some time in the Old Forest, if I remember correctly at least. But don't know how long will we be in the Old Forest. I was saying, we can try and cut through here. In fact, we've already been to the place I want to go. I think I've even climbed down the slope and everything. But I might be wrong on that. just the fog doesn't let you see a lot. And I want to look for a path that is relatively easy to traverse. We'll see how it goes. But okay, it seems, yeah, this will work. Now I want to double check as well what other deeds am I missing. Heralds of Cardolan will complete really soon. Explorer of Swampfleet, Dwellers of Old Swampfleet. Yeah, that's gonna take a while, but Treasure of Cardolan, well, we did pretty good with the treasures in Cardolan, 8 out of 13, as opposed to the 2 out of 10 we got in Swampfleet. What about all these layer deeds? Brigands, we were really close. The Dead in Cardolan, we might be able to complete this one. Goblins, not even close. Half-orcs, not even close. Trophy Hunter, we got half the trophies. We might be able to get maybe one more. If we get lucky. I would assume there's gotta be at least one trophy in this area of the Old Forest we're about to go to. And again, if we are lucky, we might be able to find that one and take it. We'd still need to go back to Karanost to complete the quest if we find it. But that would be good, that would be good. Now, there is a slope that will take you to the Brandywine without you needing to break your leg. And that's the one I'm looking for. I don't want to break my leg. So let's see if I get lucky with this. I am 100% certain there's a slope in here. Ah, this one. You see, I wasn't that far off. I think we did good. Now, I don't remember what is the optimal quest flow for this, if we should go first for the spiders or if we should look for the hack. Because this quest line for Luilloth scroll will have you go back and forth through the forest a couple times. Maybe it was better if we tried getting to the hack first, but this was closer. A netting glade. There's even more scholar deposits in here that's also gonna be good. I mean, the crafting XP is really not that much, but again, every little bit helps. But even now, I don't think we have enough XP left in Cardolan to get to level 32 that easy, so one way or another, there will be grinding ahead of us. How much? I don't know. But with a little bit of luck, not too much, we are nearing the end of the Before the Shadow playthrough, and I did review my footage of the Shadows of Angmar playthrough. Not everything happened as I remembered I had done. I did quest in the Troll Shaws, quite a lot before going to Rivendell, so there's going to be some retconning involved with the end of this playthrough, but I'll explain exactly what when we get to it. But as you have seen, lots of spiders in here. They will not leave you alone. You really need to fight a lot of them to get all the webs. Let's see if we can pull a few of them. Awesome. Never gets old. I'm liking Boar's Rush a lot. I know Boar's Rush had its fan base before the Warden revamp, and it had its uses back in the day when it used to have a chance of dazing your opponent, so it was a somewhat unreliable form of crowd control. At least I never found a way to have that effect trigger semi-consistently, but from what I've heard, some other wardens were able to take better use of it, especially in the moors, and that is an effect that they, as far as I understand, they are missing it. But well, we don't have the days, and you still need to do a lot of extra work for it. But you have the stun from Desperate Fist. You need to be traded into blue line to get it, but you still have something. And in fact, I haven't used that skill a lot, but I still have found many cool uses for it. And you will see one of them in an upcoming episode. Not on this Before the Shadow playthrough, but something that will come after that. I'm kind of surprised I was able to use that skill to cheese my way out of what I did. I don't want to get into spoilers because I think it's really fun watching it. But I mean, I had basically accepted, or well, yeah, I had accepted the idea that I wouldn't be able to do everything I wanted to do for that episode, that upcoming episode. And then at the last moment, I remembered I had Desperate Fist, and I thought Desperate Fist would give me just enough time to do what I wanted to do. And yeah, it's still a really short stun, but it was enough. I had to try it out a couple times. I did fail a couple times, but in the end it worked. It was kind of surprising, but also very rewarding. And I'm sure that's not the intended use of that skill, but it still worked. And once again, I'm not gonna get into spoilers. I'm gonna show that to you in one of the upcoming episodes. Well, I can give you a clue of what that's gonna be, because on the main series, we have just finished Gundavad. Many different times, many different things have happened in the game since then. We've had the release of Update 35, of course, the Warden revamp and the return to Khazad Dûm, and now Update 36 with King's Gondor. And I have not gotten yet to King's Gondor. I am about to do that, but what I was able to do was finish recording all the episodes for the Angmar Reborn, the Return to Khazad Dûm storyline. And the use for Desperate Fist that I'm talking to you about happened during one of those episodes. During the raid, to be more specific, but I'm not gonna say exactly what it was. I think it's gonna be funnier if you see that on your own. I don't know, if you know the raid, you might have an idea of what am I talking about, but not everyone would have played the raid, maybe, I'm not sure. It's still fairly recent, and I only got to play it for the first time a few days ago myself, so maybe there's some people who haven't had the chance of going into the raid yet. If you have, once again, you might have an idea of what I mean. But even if you do, it's still really rewarding to see in its own way. So I'm not gonna say any more about it, because on top of that, we have already almost reached our destination. And we are now about to get back into the storyline we're doing right now. Henbran. Ah, treasure cache! Awesome! I'm gonna talk to you in just a moment, lady, and I hope you don't mind me taking your treasure, but that's 9 out of 13. Rare crafting components! What are the odds? On this server where I don't have a level cap character that could really make use of this. Or maybe another alt. I only have 2 characters on this server and I am not doing crafting in any one of them. Oh god. Why? Why does this have to happen? That's my luck, once again. So, what a shame. It's a really happy loot drop and a really sad one all at the same time. It's oh man, it's kind of disappointing in a way. In its own strange way. Ah, there we go.
Who are you? Have you been sent by Blue Cloak? No. I see you're just some hapless adventurer.
Well, excuse me, lady. You begin to explain that you are actually looking for her, but she holds up her hand and interrupts you. Stop right there. I do not want to hear your story. I have too much to do. I am not but a poor old woman living alone in the dark forest. Usually the man in the blue cloak comes by with a basket of food, but he has not been by for days. I do not know who he is, but who did I become dependent upon the fish he brought? Well, now I have an idea. You seem to want something from me, though I am but a poor old woman who has nothing. Nothing. Where was I? Oh yes, you want something from me and I want this week's fish. Go get me some fish from the nearby river, then I will hear your tale. If not, then good day to you. Good day, sir. So, sent by Blue Cloak. Huh.
Would you do something for me?
Since you shall be trapezing about the woods, you might as well help me out with a few other tasks. I want to make my favorite dish, bear meat soup, but I like some ingredients. Obviously, I shall need bear meat. Bring me also chopped branches from the wicked horns, and chitin from the lurkers and creepers. So yeah, it seems we really should have come here first, because this would have sent us anyway to the netting glade, and now we gotta backtrack for that. Oh god. Yeah. Maybe I should have taken the time to refresh my memory about this part of Cardolan as well. But thankfully enough, hopefully, there will be enough spiders outside the netting glade so that we can get the chitin that we need. It's just that. More than that, we need the bears. And I don't see any bears. Come on, you're so slow. Killed your friend and you didn't have the decency to come as well. Make it all in one quick swoop. Anyway. Branch number 1. Yeah, it seems the spiders are not gonna be a problem, strangely enough. Horns and bears, who would have thought those two would be harder to find outside the spider den, huh? Another one. That's something. Right, before I forget, I also have 1 class trait point, and I think I can start doing, yeah, dot critical chance or dot critical damage. It's just going down the tree at this point. We need to get dot pulses, but to get all those points, we'll need to be at least level 40 something. So that's gonna take a while. And will most likely not be part of this playthrough. What a shame. Catch fish. Do I need to do fishing here? Yeah, I actually need to equip my fishing rod. It's been a while since I used my fishing rod. Where is it? I don't see it, but I know I had it. From Langaran. Oh my god, I got scared there for a moment. Okay. So we gotta go fishing. I don't know what I was imagining. That there would be some sort of trap, net or something, so that I just needed to collect the fish. But that's not what she said. An issue of communication, it seems. Don't worry, girl, if I'm gonna catch one for you as well, if that's what you want. But they are taking a long time to bite, so you need to be patient. Yeah, as I said, you need to be patient. Bear with me. I'm going as fast as I can, but as we saw in the last episode, the secret of a great fisherman is patience, so bear with me. Bear with me. It's gonna take a while. We got a 5. Almost there, almost there. That's gonna be the last one, right? Yeah. Thank God. So. Proper equipment. And there we go. We still need to hunt for a couple more spiders, horns, bears. Where are the bears? I don't think I have seen any. Oh, finally, here is one. This doesn't look like the healthiest bear. Are you sure you wanna drink a soup made with that meat? Well, you're adding spiders to the soup. Of course you wanna take that meat. Who would have thought as well the healthiest part of that soup would be the horn branches. and even that's pushing it. But it's the healthiest part of the soup if you ask me, no doubt. The last spider, there we go. Yeah, it was not my intent, but here we are back, almost back to the netting glade. Had I known. The bears, I need a bear. There's no bears in here. I'm about to reach the other shore, the other side of the river. And only now are we finding a couple more of these bears. And yet, not enough. Roots. Spider. Okay, bear number 3. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, horn number 5. Just missing one of each. That's a little bit better. What now? All right. Okay, we're done with the horns. We just need one more bear, for God's sake. One more. Okay. That was a great fall. Great jump. But no bear. So what was the point? Nope. Coordinating here. Wow. Yeah, this particular area of the old forest, it's... Oh, Jesus. Stop falling, please. So much for not wanting to break legs, huh? But yeah, this section of the old forest, it's a little bit confusing. Just need one more bear, please. Nope. Warden, oh, thank God. Return to Henbran. We're not that far. We took a long time, but we are not that far after finishing all this. And after this one, what will we need to do? Ah, there they come. Stop it, please.
You again? Oh, but you seem to have fish with you this time.
Excellent. I will take those, then we may talk.
Very well. You did as I asked. I will allow you to ask in return. What is it that you want from me?
You explained your search for information about Luilloth. Luilloth? How old do you think I am? I am no elf to live thousands of years. Now that I think on it, however, the name does dredge up some old memories. Henbran ponders, her wrinkled face crinkling even more as she thinks. Yes, I do recall Luilloth having some dealings with my great ancestor, but I cannot help you. The knowledge of what they spoke is lost, stolen, by my wicked sister, Cedrach the Cruel. 'Twas she who stole the Ammon grimoire, the book of secrets my family has passed down for generations. Among its pages I recall an account of the Lady Luilloth, but what she came here for, I no longer recall. Time has stolen my memories, my sister has stolen the account, along with so very much more. She left me, you know, all alone in this dark forest, an old woman with no one, so lonely beneath the black branches, so alone, so very alone. She pauses dramatically, as though hoping you might offer some words of comfort, but then she rushes home before you are able to speak. She lives down by the Brandywines, perhaps the grimoire is not wholly lost. I have never been to her new home, which I am sure is a hovel. I am too old to make the journey, she made sure to be far enough away to ensure that. You could go looking for the book, to get your answers. If you seize it back, bring it to me. I would reward you greatly, but beware of my sister, Warden. She has had decades to study the grimoire. Who knows what dark powers she now wields? I'll keep that in mind.
What can I do for you?
You have done it? Splendid. Yeah, go ahead and prepare your kinda nasty and disturbing soup. I will make do with my own provisions if you don't mind. How are we doing with reputation though? Oh my god. How long will it take us to max the Rangers of Cardolan then? Oh, really? Let's see, now the bears are showing up, of course. Figures. And a lot of other guys who want a piece of me, but keep trying. You're not gonna get me. There we go. For God's sake, these hornets are so annoying. Just as annoying as the hornets in Gondor. Are we there yet? Yeah, it seems we are finally there. Oh, she was so far away. On her own, yeah. Her own hut.
I see you have been over to speak with my sister. Henbran is as dramatic as ever, it seems.
Hello there. Why yes, I am Cedrach. I see you have been over to speak with my sister. Henbran is as dramatic as ever, it seems. Well now, I do not know about the grimoire she is speaking of. I would never have dreamt of stealing it from her. I know how important... Oh dear. She stopped speaking, her brow furrowed. Oh dear. When I decided to start keeping my own house with my husband, I took few things with me. I did, however, take a large chest full of blankets that I had knitted, as well as the wedding dress I was sewing. Oh my, that was so long ago. My husband is many years past and my own daughter has gone on to wed and lose her own husband. But I digress. Perhaps the grimoire was within the chest when I left to come here. Oh, if so, I'll feel awful. I never intended to take Henny's grimoire. She was always so much more dedicated to the family history and all the teachings from our ancestors. No wonder she thinks I am cruel. Oh dear. Listen, I would impose a bond upon you, if you will. My daughter has been sick for many days, and I was just about to head out to gather herbs with which to treat her ailments. If you will gather what I need, I will go look for the chest. I need willow bark, yarrow, and slippery cap mushrooms. I will head inside now to look for that chest. Alright. It's not much. It doesn't seem like much. But... I don't know. I think we've done enough for today, because from what I remember, we are roughly halfway through with this quest line. There might be a couple things left to do, or maybe we are further than I remember, but in any case, there is no point in continuing the quest line because we will not be able to finish it on today's episode, so I think that's better left for the next one. So that means that'll be all for today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.